Welcome to America's heartland, Bloomington, Indiana, home of the Indiana Hoosiers. Memorial Stadium will be jumping in anticipation of what we've got in store today. What an exciting matchup we have in store for you this afternoon, built around the pageantry, tradition, and everything that makes college football great. As we'll see a squad from the Big 12, the Georgia Southern Eagles, taking on a team from the Big 10, the Indiana Hoosiers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. And the Hoosiers will get us underway with the opening kickoff. He'll bring it out. It's Thompson. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The offense set for a first down play. Looking for a man. It's French. Quickly out to the tight end. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Now on first down from the 30. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36. It's hard to find a place these days that the Big Ten doesn't touch geographically, but there's a lot of crossover with the Big Ten and Big 12 and plenty of bragging rights on the line when their schools meet.
You think about Nebraska, once upon a time being in the Big 12, now in the Big 10 too. These conferences also recruit in similar areas too. So this game is interesting, David, because a lot of these players, they're familiar with each other from high school.
Yeah, and I tell you, from experience, you hate that. Like, you get to know each other, you go to the other school, like, you're now my enemy. You're not my friend anymore. So a chance to prove it, a chance for the Big 12, who's been kind of pillaged and pulled apart at times, sometimes by the Big 10. Let's go out and make a statement today.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Gets it out fast. Plows through the defense. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
This is a very tough slot receiver to cover if you're a linebacker because of how quick and how shifty he is. You never seem to know which way he's going, and he always seems to create an open space for his QB.
Trying to find his man on first down. Caught behind the line. It's Cobb. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
And that just shows you the team speed this defense has. As soon as they identify who's got the ball, they are around and surrounding that ball carrier so quickly.
And here comes play number 6 of the drive. Feeling some heat. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down. So, guys, over the last few years, there have been seismic changes to college football. Realignment, name, image, and likeness. But one of the biggest changes, the transfer portal.
Yeah, and now guys that are unhappy or in a situation where they see something that they'd rather be in, now you can leave, and there is no penalty. So a lot of recruiting, Jesse, on other people's teams that go on throughout a season.
Yeah, it's 365, and it's a lot of pressure on coaches to re-recruit their own players as well to try to keep those rosters intact. But the transfer portal completely flips rosters upside down. One team that struggles this year, if they get one key addition, it's a team potentially competing for a national championship next season.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Listen, I know there are a lot of DBs out there that all they want to do is get interceptions and dance in the end zone. This dude likes to put his face in the fan, get close to the line of scrimmage, and tackle. And on the opening drive that he's out there, he gets a huge tackle for loss early. That is a statement play.
D showing blitz. They might be bluffing. Fast motion from the offense. To the air. It's French. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
Great job on the back end in coverage. DB staying in the hip pocket of the target and was able to swat that ball away.
10th play of the drive coming up. At this time, a chance for the defense to get off the field on 3rd and long. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. 10th play of the drive coming up. At this time, a chance for the defense to get off the field on 3rd and long. Corners are going to bail. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Looking to the big tight end. Another incompletion on 3rd down. And so on their opening drive of the game, they want to stay on the field, and the offense will go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. And it's incomplete. The long pass on 4th down is to no avail.
Hey, you come out early in the game, you're trying to send a message to your team that you're confident, you believe in them to convert these 4th downs. You didn't get that one, but don't let it be a detriment moving forward. You want to stay aggressive, be that way throughout the course of the game.
A 1st down for the offense. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that 1st down. The Hoosiers come to the line in the hurry-up. He'll do it himself. And you want to talk about gang tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball. These are the types of plays where offenses impose their will. 3rd and short from the 45. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Looking to throw, it's Rourke. He makes the connection. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's 1st down at the 38. And on that 3rd and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it's a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are? Sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this 3rd down. Get the conversion. Move the sticks.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Fires to the wideout. He's got it. Oh, look out. There he goes. Touchdown, Hoosiers. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point makes it 7-0. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish with a 62-yard pass for the score. Fielded in the end zone. It's Thompson. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Georgia Southern has it back, and here comes the offense again. Boy, that last drive, they had a chance to put 3 on the board and passed. This one needs to be productive, David.
Yeah, I got no problem with aggressiveness. It was a pretty decent drive. This offense isn't fully clicking yet. They need to get in a little better rhythm, and they need to capitalize on their scoring opportunities.
And they've got the weapons to do that too, David. They've got guys that can make plays in space. They need to focus on them and get them the ball this drive.
That's a way to give yourself some breathing room. Now the 2nd play of the drive from the 36. They'll throw it on 1st down. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
Just masterful working that sideline and getting the toe down for the catch.
When we were throwing these comeback routes, man, the timing has got to be so good between the two of them because you know the ball is going to be in the air a long time. You can't throw it late. It's going to get picked. That time, really nice job getting it out early, and the receiver doing a nice job on his route so that the ball...
Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be tough.
Looking downfield, it's French. Got out of trouble and throws. And that ball is picked off. Just a small return, but a big play as they have it now at the 45.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Indiana 7, Georgia Southern 0.
First down to start the drive after the break. He's going to pass. They're working that left side. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. And the Hoosiers moving quickly to the line. On second down, he'll let it fly. Trying to make magic with his feet. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact. They want to get this defense on its heels.
Nice job by the QB sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions.
Pass on the way. It's picked off. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. He looked as if he thought he had it all the way, and this junior makes a play.
And that's why as quarterbacks, you cannot telegraph the pass. You cannot stare down your receivers because these defenders, they're watching it. And that defender knew exactly where the QB was going with that football, and that's why he picked it off.
On the ground, it's White. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They run the reverse. Tackled after picking up the first down.
Man, it's so hard to figure out what the heck's going on defensively, and you got guys coming in motion and then moving back and across the formation. I like it sometimes when it's just basic for an offense. You're just running a wide receiver across the formation. So hard to adjust, and he quickly picks up, 5+ yards like it was nothing.
What a job to lay out and make the catch.
Man, it must be so nice for this quarterback to know he doesn't got to be perfect with his throws. He's got dudes that can lay out and make catches like that.
It's almost as if he went into slow motion, just gliding through the air to make that catch. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create 2nd and short, 3rd and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far, but starting to get things moving, it's 1st and 10. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Georgia Southern.
The best running backs are the guys that can just sniff out the end zone. That running back showed you all of his freakish ability on that play.
And he made the extra point without problem. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finished it off with a 14-yard run for the score. It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Indiana sends the offense onto the field. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes.
And it's intercepted. A turnover for the defense. Trying to take it back. After making the interception, he took it all the way back and sets up his offense at the 17-yard line.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Guys, this offense coming back out onto the field. With jet sweep pass. Running with power. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
He's just winning that matchup in the slot every time.
And when you put him in the slot, Reese, he's closer to the quarterback. It's an easier throw. We can run in, we can run out, and really take advantage of his versatility of the guy in that slot position.
They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. Headed to the end zone. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Eagles.
Are you kidding me? I mean, that's really good defense to take away the pass and take away the big play, but the quarterback just makes absolutely something out of nothing, scrambles around, finds a way to get in for the touchdown.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the PAT gives him a 14-7 lead. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finished it off with a 14-yard run for the score. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play, big mistake, man. Now, let's get this offense in a little bit of a rhythm. Maybe before you open it up again, Palmer, or do you trust him right away?
He seems to me like the guy maybe that just needs to kind of get into the flow of the game. So maybe you get the running game going here and just give him some easy looks to let him get lathered up.
From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. They're going to ride this running back.
Now, that's what you try to do as a defense. Limit those damages when they run the football. Get them on the ground, short gains to set your defense for positive situations down the road.
Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Back to throw, it's Rourke. He uncorks a bullet to the right. And it slips through his fingers. Incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
And the offense clearly saying, we want to take those deep shots. We want to be aggressive. And I think that's a good strategy because it makes the defense really honor what you're going to do. And just missed a little bit, but I wouldn't be surprised if this offense finds a way to come back to some of those deep ones.
Motion trying to get the defense to show his hand. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. That's caught. It's Williams. Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer.
Let me choose a play.
The Hoosiers will snap it on 1st and 10. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
I'll tell you, this defensive end, not only can he pass rush, but he can play the run as well. You see him beat the offensive lineman there trying to block him and get in the backfield to make that tackle for loss. That was impressive.
Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. He's looking to throw. Grabbed over the middle. It's Horton. They are finding soft spots in this defense. He's got it down to the 25. And the Hoosiers want to pick up the tempo. Quarterback checking off. Back to throw. It's Rourke. It's complete to the left. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. 1st and goal from the 9. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And now a chance to pull even. 1st and goal as we get late in the first half. Snap in the shotgun. He's got it and still on his feet. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike. They'll keep it on the ground, right up the gut, looking for 6. And you can forget running in the middle against this defense. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on 3rd down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested.
And makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Indiana!
Yeah, and the passing game comes through, man, and we need more of that in the second half. An extra point away from tying this football game. We trailed a little bit in the first half, stayed calm. If this passing game can continue to heat up, look out in the second half.
So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. He'll bring it out. It's Thompson. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Wide out in motion. Throws to the wideout. And the laundry drops as the pass falls incomplete. Let's see who the penalty's on. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Bunch formation for these receivers. Defense backing up, trying to keep everything in front. Dumps it to the back. With the catch, it's White. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a 1st down.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. You just got to get him to the ground quickly.
Just enough time for one final play in this half. Scanning the field, it's French. Getting some heat. The pressure on him, and the quarterback goes down, and that's how we'll wrap up the first half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Second half all teed up, and Georgia Southern will start it with the kickoff. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. He stopped at the 23, a couple of yards short of where he would have been with a touchback. Indiana sends the offense onto the field. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
Now across the 50 and at the 48-yard line. They'll have it 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. They're bringing heat. And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback. Not sure exactly what led to that, whether the protection wasn't right or the quarterback just didn't see it, but the result was a negative play and a sack.
But one thing I do know is that quarterback had no chance to get that ball downfield. That pocket was breaking down, and it was breaking down quickly. There were just too many bodies in that backfield for the QB to make anything happen.
A couple of guys there to get him on the ground.
And I know it's not a first down, but I still like the way they ran the football here. Just try to make the next third down manageable. Try to get it where it's not as predictable. I think the offense did a really good job being smart there, taking what the defense gave them.
Let's see what they do here on 3rd and short from the 41. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. Now well within striking distance as that 3rd down play gets them a first at the 29.
Right, defense. That's what we can't do. We can't give up this many chunk yards on the ground. Got to commit more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to get those running backs on the ground. That's way too easy.
The Hoosiers are moving quickly down the field. Wide receiver coming across in motion. He leaves it with the back. Oh, look at headed to the end zone. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there. And the Hoosiers in the hurry up. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. Touchdown, Hoosiers! And with that one, they jump on top here in the second half. Ready to try the point after. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Week in and week out, guys, you never know what's going to happen in college football. Check this out. K-State has the lead right now. The Little Apple has been buzzing all week, but this game is hardly over. There is time left on that clock. They're up by a field goal over the Royals. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. He just took it the entire length of the field, end to end, coast to coast, nationwide for the touchdown.
And how about the fans in the stands going, no, 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 take a knee, no, yes, 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 yes. Over 100 yards to the kickoff return. Nice job taking it out of the end zone, making a huge play.
And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. And he's coming out of the end zone. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. There wasn't much need to throw it around on that last drive for the touchdown, Jesse. They got it done running the ball.
And David, I don't think you have to overthink this thing. If they can't stop you running it, why would you stop handing it off? Just keep at it here on this drive.
Well, and if I'm the defense, I'm making some changes. I'm bringing in more big bodies. I'm playing more aggressive towards the line of scrimmage. I am not going to let them have that kind of drive again.
Now they've got breathing room. Got 6 all the way out to the 20.
Hey, 5 to 6 yards a pop. I don't know if you guys are really good at math, but that usually equals a first down every couple carries. So don't forget about the run game. Keep them honest. Pound that rock.
Quarterback changing the plays at the line. On 3rd down, going up top. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. The Hoosiers send out the punt unit. Finally sending out a punter in this one. Got to make sure they earn their letter. He'll bring it back. It's Thompson. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on him. Georgia Southern has it back, ready to go to work on offense. On the move, it's White. A run up the middle is stuffed for no gain.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Now the play fake. And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play action.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. He makes the catch. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. Comes out throwing on 1st down. Looking deep down the right side. To the end zone, and it's picked off. Really nice focus by this sophomore, and he jumped on his chance to make a play.
We've just seen in this game the ball has just gotten away from him a little bit. A couple of times, just hasn't been able to put it where he wants to. And as a result, that's now his 2nd pick thrown in this game.
Indiana sends the offense onto the field. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get...
He's going to throw deep right side. Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble.
You start to get that offense going and start having success, you got to make sure when you get closer to the scoring range, I take care of that football. If you don't, coach is going to go you on the sideline, you in the game.
They'll go to the ground. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
Pre-snap motion, quarterback trying to get a read. He's got it. And he will score. Touchdown, Indiana. This dude is just slicing and dicing this defense into little tiny pieces.
Carving him up, completely comfortable, knows exactly what he's getting, had so much success today. You got to find a way to make these quarterbacks feel more uncomfortable.
28, Georgia Southern, 21.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They'll get this drive going from the 17. He'll come out throwing on 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a 1st down.
First down for the offense.
Takes the handoff. It's White. And he was able to pick up a few yards on the ground, and the clock has run out here in the third.
Of the third quarter of play. With the score, Indiana 28, Georgia Southern 21.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Looking to pass. It's French. Got his man quickly. Put it right on him. Sweet play. Good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down. They've done a really good job creating the matchups they want out of the slot.
Yeah, dude, get that guy matched up on a linebacker. That guy matched up on a safety. Keep him away from the corners by putting him in the slot. Get him the football. Let him make plays.
Fires to the wideout. It's caught downfield. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play. And you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Big drive for this offense late, trying to tie the game. They pieced together a couple of first downs, and here they come again. Quarterback, quick pass to the receiver. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Eagles.
Touchdown, Georgia Southern. Number 1 with the carry.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And no problem on that extra point, and we have a tie ball game here in the fourth. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish it up with a 15-yard scoring toss. Here comes the kickoff as we are all tied up in the fourth quarter. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. Now on the option. Now the toss. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32. And now on second down for this offense. Back to pass, it's Rourke. He wants to take the top off. Makes the catch at the 20. Off to the races to the right. Touchdown, Hoosiers! And with that, they move out front here in the fourth. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And it's blocked. He's got it, and he can go with it.
And that was the biggest play of the game. They've got the lead offensively. They're trying to run this thing out. He coughs it up. The defense jumps on it, and all of a sudden, this game has a different feel.
From inside the 15, chance for a good return. Finally stopped after a solid return out to the 32. Georgia Southern has it back, and here comes the offense again. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Trying to make magic on the scramble. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide.
Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule. Everything's easy when it's on time. You can get the ball out. But when things break down and they get off schedule, you've got to have a guy back there that can make the right decisions. He did exactly that.
He goes down at the 47 after a 5-yard pickup.
You don't always have to run the sexy plays, right? It doesn't have to always be up-tempo and fast and spread and doing all this stuff. Sometimes you just lower your shoulder. Sometimes you just run powerfully. You get the first down, and that's all that matters.
They're going to go right back to him on first down. The ball squirts free. Oh, it looks as if the defense... defense gets the ball back for its own. He spun that wheel of fortune by challenging the call, and it does not go his way, and he loses the timeout. Indiana sends the offense onto the field. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Quick pass on the fly motion. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. On the move at the 30. And they are finding some space in this defense. He's got it down to the 25.
Those outside runs, if they can get the edge like they do, great job by the right guard, right tackle, getting the edge. And now what does this do? This makes cornerbacks come up and tackle. Safeties come up and tackle. As opposed to linebackers and big defensive players, you get your guy out in space where he can use his speed and his physicality against guys that usually cover and don't come up and make tackles.
They'll run it behind the big guys on the left. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
And this is a perfect situation. This is a situation, if you asked me to be in before the game, the coaches would have been in heaven. I got the football. I got the lead on their side of the field. Nice gain on 1st down. Same exact script. Do it again. Run the football. Run the clock. Let that thing tick down. And if we add points, we add points.
We have arrived at the 2-minute warning, a one-possession game as this offense tries to hold on. Offense gets set for 2nd down. Off play action. He just throws it away, and I think the
I thought that was an RPO. I'm not even gonna lie. That shit looked like an RPO to me. That was some fuck shit I just did. Damn, that shit looked like an RPO.
It's a makeable field goal from the 29-yard line. Let's see how aggressive they are on 3rd and long. They go to the ground. And
get that block. Get that block, man.
Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. It's good.
You know, it's funny, in an age where there's so many college football analytics and everybody wants to go for it on 4th down, at the end of the day, it still comes down to managing it. Good decision by the head coach here in the 4th quarter. By kicking that field goal, you've now made it a 2-possession game. Your chances of winning this thing have now gone way up.
Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Georgia Southern has it back, ready to go to work on offense. They coughed it up on that last drive, but the defense really bailed them out, holding him to a field goal, Jesse.
Yeah,
it's complete. A huge pickup. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. That kind of play will send a surge of energy through your offense. Now they've got it 1st and 10 inside the 40. Throws to the tight end. Tremendous awareness along the sideline and the ability to get the foot down for the big pickup. Down to the 12-yard line, it's 1st down. To the air, it's French. He's got his man. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. They'll run play action. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes, the offense, you're hoping the run fix is going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
We'll see if this offensive line is ready for the blitz. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Working that left side now. Give him 6 and give them a chance with the late touchdown still alive in this one.
If we had any chance to make this happen, we had to score with a little bit of time on the clock. Now we need a miracle. Now we need to kick the onside, get an onside kick, and somehow, some way, make a big play.
Now down by 2, inside a minute to go. If they can get this onside kick, maybe they could get into field goal range. Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do.
And this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time, when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
When we get to the offseason and they start having coaching clinics, they're going to roll this game tape back to show both offenses.
Dial it up and let it run. I mean, that's essentially what we saw in this game. It didn't matter what either offense...